Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ireland Esports Collegiate Series, powered by natives, as well as brought to you by Monster Energy, Dogpatch Labs, Reraw, and GG Machines. This is our first of the playoffs, our first quarterfinals, and I am Kurt, joined by Schmergen once again.
Hello. We've got the first playoffs game today, and it's going to be UL against TUD Primarnok. One of them we've seen before, and one of them we haven't seen. What can you tell me about these two teams, Kurt?
I know we've seen out this UL team. We've seen them play a little bit. We've seen both of these. Both these teams have really liked very similar map choices. I think we were talking about it in the pre-show, or before the stream started. Both these teams like Icebox, Bind, and Ascent, I believe.
Yeah, we've been crunching some numbers. Actually, they banned Ascent, so we're looking at maps now, and this is off the back of some number crunching, some data analyzing.
Maybe maybe they've done some homework too.
Yeah. We've found that UL, both UL and TUD, they love the same three maps, right? They've each played Bind, Ascent, Icebox at least twice. So I would not be surprised to see them at all. So Bind was picked first, so that's not too much a surprise. But Ascent being banned, but by I think TUD.
Yeah, TUD, they throw a spanner in what was our data, all the numbers you crunched for nothing. But after that, they are going to pick up the Icebox, so still predicted there, and then we will see which map, and there's going to be a Lotus to end it off, which is actually the only other map that UL has played as well. So none of these teams are well, at least UL isn't going to be bringing out any new maps, but TUD will have to maybe show their hand at Lotus if it gets to that point. But we have to see that it is a best of three, of course, this time around, different than what we'd have in our group stage. So there is an opportunity for us to go all the way to 3 maps rather than just the 2.
Yeah, so Bind, Icebox, and Lotus are going to be our maps here. Now, what I'm really interested in seeing is that because teams like to play a little flexy, they like showing their superiority. They play a lot of different comps, right? So I mean, UL, they've played Bind at least 3 times in the group stage, and they had a different comp every time. So I'm interested to see if they're gonna go for the flex comp and just like flex their mechanics muscles, or they're actually gonna sweat it up a little bit.
Yeah, and given that it's a lot more pressure coming into this, it's not just to try to up your number, get high up in the groups and get a good standing. It's make or break here. This is, for one of these teams, it's going to be the last game they play in at least this iteration for Collegiate Series. So it'll be interesting to see, if we're going to see a little bit more, I don't want to say try hard, because I hope everyone tries hard, but, less meminess, of course, I think is probably the better way to put it. But yeah, I think both teams kind of have to come out swinging, because there's a chance that you just get knocked off your footing, especially on the first map. Even if it's your pick, if you just don't get off to the right start, if you don't get off on this, since they get the side pick, you could just get completely caught off guard and thrown around without, even knowing what's going on, and you go down 1-0 in the series, and then you really feel the pressure.
Yeah, and then the seeding comes into effect. Then you lose the first map because you're taken off guard, and then you're going into your opponent's map choice. So I mean, you do have to keep it up. So I think we'll start at Agent Select if we can get there. So I'm interested in seeing. I mean, a lot of the teams like run the Raze on this map. A lot of the teams run the Brim. And I'm kind of interested to see how the Clash of the Agents will go here, because UL and TUD have pretty similar role of people that will play very similar roles. So like Igorio is almost always on that Smokes Agent. Charlie is always on that Smokes Agent as well. So I'm interested to see how the clash will go. Now, if there's going to be different styles as well, right? Because some of them could use the Viper for lurk, some of them could Brimmy and just stim and just run in to try and take as much space as they can. So I'm interested to see how this one goes when we get into Agent Select. No surprise to see Lifty on the Jet.
Oh yeah, absolute monster on it every single time. I think no matter what map, you can expect them to be on it, even if it maybe it's not the #1 duelist. they just have the mechanics. They have so much high quality plays they bring out with the Blade Storm, with the updrafts. Everything just works out for them.
Right, so I'm really interested to see what comp are they going to go
Don't,
for. I know.
Don't let the hovers.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you're looking at the Yoru. I know for a fact you were looking at Gliafi.
No, I can't look at Yoru again after how it betrayed me earlier today.
Yeah, just a note for the viewers. We played like 6 games on our own streams. We won one of them.
We won 1 out of 6.
So that's how our personal games are going, and that's why we talk about the game and not
Yeah,
play it.
exactly. Playing Valorant, Doomer. Watching Valorant, heart emoji.
Exactly. But
so
yes,
I we have we do have predictions up this time. I'm looking over now and I see the big old thing flashing around. Predictions are open, so if you want to participate a little bit, maybe don't catch me participating at all. Definitely not biased.
Yeah, get channel points in. I mean, we did do a predictions for ourselves.
We did do a predictions ourselves, yeah.
I think we all had UL to go. Me, you, as well as our production staff, Heltic, in the back there. We all had UL to win to some extent. I think it was 2-1 from both of us and 2-0 from Heltic. So we have hopes for them. But TUD, we ain't sleeping on them either. There's definitely a good chance that they could have a strong go with this, and just completely come out swinging, especially when you're starting on this defense on bind.
Yeah, so the Fade being brought out here, Fade not seen all the time, but it is an agent that TUD like to use on this map. Yeah, so Kiansky's going to be picking that up. And then I think the rest is pretty in line. They are bringing out the Chamber here.
Both sides are bringing out the Chamber, yeah.
Ruzi should be on that Chamber, yeah, okay. So B to start. Info is should be garnered here. And the idea should be, and the rotations are fast for this because the hit is just as fast. UL want to start this one off with a bang, it seems. And the flash should try and get him out. And Gliafi is left with nothing. Dubu, though, running in to get 2 kills. Will get traded. Still even numbers now, though. And there's 2 people sitting behind this smoke, but the trademark is just making it so hard to step out. The tap might cause it to happen. Nerdy's watching this. The timing is everything here. They're just not watching. Lifty also gets their head taken off. It's just left on to Ugorio, and they can't do it on their own. TUD will pick up the pistol.
Yeah, but just pace from the get-go from UL. They come out onto this B site so quickly, just taking it over. Nerdy opening up straight onto the site. But they just keep it calm. They don't do anything too drastic. They stay in that smoke the entire duration. They don't want, just sitting there waiting, and it catches them off. Nerdy wasn't ready for that, and then they were able to just pick off the rest there. So not being too rash, not trying to jump the gun too quickly. They go for this slow retake because it's even numbers anyways. You don't feel too bad waiting it out. You have so much time on the clock anyways. So taking it slow is how TUD open it up and bring this to a 1-0 to begin with. And now with some weaponry, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what they're going to do here. As Charlie is going to take, at the very least, some of this bath control.
I do see they have picked up the Spectre. Ooh, they're actually down a lot as well. If you've ever been in a game with Charlie Murphy, you will know that he loves running around, loves the Spectre, loves the Phantom, and he will not stop hitting the A or D key when they're shooting you.
Tries to make it as difficult as possible to hit you, just like so slippery, and it's so difficult. But A is going to now be brought upon. Dubu gets a kill as well as Charlie. Brought low as well though as Dubu, so kills going back and forth here. The attackers, TUD, there's a bit of a low HP on these attackers, and they were getting flanked upon. Ruzi with this stinger, all he needs is a couple of shots in, gets the first, and now just a Gorio.
Ooh.
And that headhunter doesn't mark, and the Gorio with 2. The Spectre brings him up to the triple. He needs to get the 4th now to finish off the round. Both of these players just a wisp away from death, and 1 Spectre bullet isn't enough. It needs to hit the 2nd. This Molly is not going to land where I
Oh,
want. It's,
no.
if anything, it impedes his own movement. He's got to be careful not to stand in it, and the headhunter overkill hits the head. And they get to the 2-0 on the defense, but oh my god, that is a fight and a half there that round.
I cannot believe they made it that close. Holy. Igorio, the 2 kills towards CT with the Spectre, how?
That molly could have ended the round completely if
Yeah.
it didn't bounce backwards.
I saw it. I saw it in my mind's eye that they just walk up because they try to pressure with the molly and then they end up going into the molly because they just didn't expect it to bounce like it did. But TUD, they'll still get it across the line, but it's such a dire straits now. The money is so poor for this bonus. There's such a little chance for this one to happen. And Lifty is going to draw first blood as well. Just cementing this even more. There's 3 for him. How much more have you got, son? No, no more. James will take him down. And Nerdy will clean up the rest. There's 0 chance for TUD on that one. When as soon as UL got the big guns in their hands, it's no problem for them.
Yeah, just clinical there. The only thing they really brought into that round is the Spectre. They had a couple of sheriffs. They had the Headhunter, but that is nothing there. Especially if Lifty's just going to walk in and get a triple kill to start it off. Makes it look so easy. But now that they have the better weaponry, now that they have some power on their hands, Ruzi gonna pick up the operator, gonna get the high ground, gonna sit on the truck and be ready to TP back. So trying to set up a little bit of a play right now, trying to get themselves a bit forward. Will peek through, gonna start it off. But they're so slow for TUD, they're not, or for UL, they are not going to go too aggressive here. They're gonna take it slow, which might be the end of them if Lifty does not time this well enough, and they do perfectly time it here as Ruzi brought down the scope. Not able to beat the Jets' wind.
Yeah, the slow pace. And just the insane shot from Lifty, honestly. Is going to entry them to the site even. The smokes are up, the plant is going to try and come in. Kianski does have Nerdy on that rope. I don't think they can capitalize. James has got their back here and they'll even take that kill on the backside. Kianski now just getting pinched on. And just baiting in all of the util and all of the walk-ins off of the tap and just get the kills. They didn't even plant till everybody was dead.
Yeah, just a slow trudge forward from them, slowly taking more sight, taking, you know, the triple boxes, taking near the truck, taking the lamps, and then just making their way up, getting these kills. And it felt like there was no response really coming in, no direct defense, especially when Ruzi gets taken out straight away as so much of their power falls. And Lifty really just so warmed up to start up right now. 8-2 in 4 rounds. Really ready to fight. And now, as well, they have Bladestorm on their hands as well as so much money in their pocket.
They're even bringing out the attack-sided AWP here. But I don't know what they're cooking with this one. They've been going pretty heavy onto the sites so far. So I think, okay, it's going to ring off now. They should know about this. How close do you want to play?
Yeah, and they're just going to make their way to the side fairly simply. The defense is going to play very passive and just try to come in for a retake at this rate. Lifty has just speeding onto site, so much confidence. Going to get the plant, going to keep this clean. And now it's going to have to be so much just pure power in their kills. These shotguns need to do work in the close range battles, but for now the pistols are going to falter. But Dubu does get one, but I think that's going to be it. But Charlie somehow just running shorty, double shots James. And that is going to be a third round for UL. I keep mixing up these names. They both have U's, which, you know, you'd think the word university would...
It shows up so much in these universities.
Yeah, they all of them seem to have the letter U in them. It's weird. But they are going to get the third round for UL. Like, just clean take of the site, really. Just playing very quickly. Lifty is using the jet. As we said, Lifty using this jet perfectly to take all the space necessary.
I think they made sure to not go into U-Haul at all. That's what they had the AWP. They didn't take U-Haul at all. They just left Dodo to hold it down while they were trying to plant, because they didn't want to go into those close corners on the eco. Now they have to worry about the close corners in hookah now, though. I mean, 2 people stacked up here, but they still mollied it off, make them second guess this. But they're probably not going to go into it anymore. And they just want to set up Dodo on this A short. We'll get the leg, actually. And has that spurred them on a bit? I think it might have. Yeah, okay, Sky ult's going to be popped here. Good ults to get this exec ready, and they should know about Kiansky here, who's still playing Shower. I could try and play spoiler here.
Yeah, they're just going to get the plant off. They know no one's close.
There's pretty little control here. They're going to have to win some decent fights. And I mean, Dubu is just going straight into their Brimstone ult with their own.
Yeah,
and now it's spread on the 3v3 retake.
Yeah, Lifty doesn't get shots off instantly, but gets the kill eventually. Charlie gets it back. But it is going to even up James with the double to finish it off. And UL have 4 on the board. They're just getting such solid takes on these sites, not, you know, overplaying their hand. They're going for a little bit of simplicity to start off, a little bit of default heavy, just try to get some info. But once they do have info, it is just a 5-man heavy take with so much brim smokes. And just cleanly throwing the round in for them.
Yeah, the brim smokes will let them take the site, and the Seekers as well is really cements the space that they have, right?
Yeah, they knew no one was close site. They knew no one was even backside or near heaven. They know the closest was in Bath, taking that. And now, this time, all 5 players going to be going near Hookah. It starts it off. Lifty going to get the contact, and now just going to push their pressure. Going to advance a little bit, take a bit more map. But the long play does garner one. It gets the first kill, and it should be able to pick up a Vandal at the very least. So 4 versus 4, still a huge advantage for TUD. But at the very least, they have multiple angles to play around and try to collapse in upon.
50 is watching this one though. Dart, not going to spot him. And will catch him off guard. It numbers advantage now. It just keeps on rolling for UL. The
numbers advantage
is hot for them.
Yeah, they just demolish every single player and just bring the hammer down. UL with 5 now. That is 5 in a row since the pistol in the second round. So making this look clean. It started off a bit slow. You know, when you lose that pistol, everything around. But once the bonus hit, they hit the ground running. They opposed it, and now they're just filled with cash and have so much power against this team. TUD have had no answers as of right now. Even Gliafi has 0 kills, just not able to get it going on this guy.
Ooh. Everybody getting full blind there, actually. They didn't know that they probably had a free kill there. I mean, TUD, they really want to try and get this round across, right? If their bank is broke, they lose this round, but it's going to be so hard when all these ults are in play for UL. But they don't... Oh, they almost know about Gliafi. They get traded out, though. And the ult's coming backside. Big fight here for Charlie Murphy. Takes out Lifty. And Borigorio's got the trade. 2v2 now, but they don't know about Ruzi. That's 1. James now, 1v2. To keep the streak going. Belter of a shot. Second, not found. Charlie will take it across the line for TUD, and they'll finally stop this UL train in their in the tracks.
Yeah, the crosshair was there.
Breaking the bank.
Yeah, James was so close to getting it, but not quite there. Really good though. They have a little bit more aggression in terms of their retake. They play a lot more ironclad in their defense. We have Gliafi, gets their first kill, but they're able to stay alive for so long and just hold them back long enough to for the teammates to rotate and break through into the site to keep it held on. So breaking that streak, as you say, able to get something here. And now we're going to go for some aggression here. Bladestorm, though, going to get one. Lifty does a lot of damage there to get that. But James now just going to get that orb, get the Seekers, and get so much info, especially onto Ruzi now. They're on an island, and they're going to fall as James gets that kill and brings it to an advantage. Looks like a plant can just come in very easily here, but the opposing Seekers will fly as well.
Spike planted.
Hey, how fast do they want to go with these Seekers? Is going to catch out a good bit. Gorio goes down because of it. And Kansky's gotten that 1 tap. Alright, 3v2 now. The numbers are in favor here. Dodo. Know that he's in the corner. Or do they? Okay, Kansky's got the trade though. Last man in shower. How away are they? James. A second chance at the 1v2. Do they make it across this time? Not quite.
James having such great impact, but not enough to break it through in the end. They've stayed alive so much in that round. But having access to U-Hauls there was really what gave them so much to work with there. Once they were able to get the first kill, once Kianski opens it up, everything falls apart, because just Dodo can't do anything. Can't do anything on that chamber, so they just completely fumble a little bit. That retake is really clean from TUD.
And they've gotten their money a little more stabilized now. I mean, it's still rough even if they lose. Is how poor it was from the streak that UL got, and the amount of kills, how close the rounds are getting here. And they want the slower little look again. Lots of pressure towards this B side of the map, and a chance for a kill. I mean, kill for Uzi, and the trade is even better. Gliafi just takes down 2. And the round looks in decent hands. I mean, Igorio, they've gotten, we've seen a couple clutches from them last time they were on the stream. So I wouldn't exactly count them out straight away. But this should be a tied half, actually.
Yeah, it should get to 5-5 here, but there could be a chance if someone just gets into the crosshair. Dodo does have this op, so one bullet could open up a lot here. Gonna try. That smoke is gonna fade, and they are gonna play a little bit passive here.
Move the
That's
Brimble.
Gliafi.
Teleport's ready.
Brimble would be brutal here.
Yeah, if they just had it, 3 kills could be on the table right now. Once they hear that, then maybe they could.
Oh.
First kill comes in, second cannot be brought in. Charlie Murphy doesn't get it. Dodo getting so far too. They know the third is there as well.
I have the spike.
Actually gonna be in a position to get another one as they spam through the wall. Charlie Murphy is none the wiser as they jump out of hookah. They need to go fast here. They need to be going absolutely at pace here. 10 seconds.
Do they have it? I think they do. Barely. No, they don't.
the
They don't. Oh, how close
This
is this?
down to the literal wire here, and they get it in. I see 0.3, I think. 0.03 in there. They get the TP down as well, so they're going to take a bit of an aggro angle. They can peek through CT, get this info, but they get taken out before it procs. Kianski hits the headshot, and they get this evened out 5-5. That was so much more difficult. They had to fight so much harder than we thought, TUD, but they do get it eventually. Dodo with 3, but they can't get the 4th.
I mean, the money is still in the bin. If you're TUD,
anytime they win, it's with 1. They win with 1, or you will absolutely stomp them. There is no in between.
I mean, UL, the money is still good for them. They have to go. TUD have to go up against yet another buy round, and this time we have both Brimmels to play with, and UL are playing heavy A this time. They've been finding a lot of success on their streak when they just hit a site pretty heavily. But the nade combo, oh, the jump from Lifty, just about gets them out of it. And now they have to deal with 3 people on this site. The eye should be huge here. It has caught 1, but there's no kills yet. The Brimult is going to come in now as well. But Nerdy has still gotten first blood. They don't know about Dubu though. With only a Spectre to hand, they still somehow get that kill. My Spectre doesn't do that. And the ult is going to come in and seal out the round almost. Just Lifty on his own.
Yeah, Ruzi as well picks up a double with that Vandal they had, but yeah, that Spectre is just magnetizing the bullets, and then they get the Operator and Lifty thrown out of the round. They take a little bit of paint gel damage to start it off, and it ends with an off bullet. 6-5 now to TUD. This was a 5-2 game in favor of UL. 4 in a row now. 2-5-4. It's only streaks here. There is no world where a single round gets thrown, it seems. And now finally, they have broken the bank of UL for the last round, as they're not going to be able to get full investment here. Just a little bit off it as well. It's not even much off it is the funny thing.
Ruzi's brought back out the op. Gonna be on the wrong side of the map though.
They have an op and the tour de force. A bit overkill, some may say.
Keep one in the pocket.
Oh, that flash. Lifty caught by his teammate's flash. No info there. The dog is going to catch
Early, he's just
A
running it.
glimpse.
He's just said, hold on, let me just kill them all. He's gotten 3
Brim
kills
is-
for his troubles.
Brim the entry. 3 versus 2 now. TUD at an advantage here. They're gonna have Ruzi alone, so two versus 2 on the side at the very least.
Last player standing.
But so much less to work with, especially now with Nerdy gone. They don't have any flashes either to break themselves in. A Trailblazer in hand, but the
They don't
moment
know.
that props, you're going to be in a bad position, and they can't hit Gliafi's head. They got their 5th on the board now to end off the half, and 7-5 to
Switching
TUD.
sides.
They've really caught on to UL and made that round work so hard for them.
Not quite what we were expecting here. I mean, Charlie on top. I mean, this is a good contrast here that I was on about. Charlie on top of the TUD scoreboard, 12-10. Igorio on the lower half of the UL scoreboard, 7-8. I mean, if you look at the averages, I say as I push my glasses up, the average ACS for Charlie is 294 on the Brimstone compared to Igorio's 155. Right, so you've got a Brim that's fragging out, which happened last round. You saw that clear as day, and a Brim that's playing more of it for their util. And I mean, it just continues. Charlie's first in, running in with the frenzy,
Find you.
and will get
Yeah,
first blood. Was first blood enough? Do they need a bit more? Dodo, being ratty in the smoke, will take one out. Waruzi needs one of their own. That actually they do get it, and the second as well. Just left onto Lifty here. Sheriff in hand, and it's not enough. Gliafi will take it across the line, and now UL, they're in a bit of trouble now. Pistol round lost. Should be looking at 9-5 to start off their second half.
Yeah, the angle through Hookah there that Ruzi was able to get, picking up the smoke. First it's the headhunter, a few missed shots, but then the headshot, then the ghost as well, just to top it all off. They get so much damage dealt that Lifty wasn't able to recover the pieces by themselves and the Sheriff. So now it's going to be a couple of Sheriffs bought from UL, but that is going to be it versus these Spectres, a Guardian, a Marshal. So much power in the hands of TUD. A great opportunity to try to take something here, but they are walking near enough to the stack.
Oh wow.
Dodo! Going to get that headshot off. Hugely important. Nerdy as well, going aggressive to pick up the Marshal.
I mean, look at how little space they have now. They have no map control at all. Market has been seized from them. Showers is being crunched on as well. They have to weed out something here. It looks like they want to take it into spawn. James and Nerdy, big fights here that they need to win, but it's not quite it. Kiansky will clean them up, and now it's rounds back open. Game on, 3v3, and 2 of the UL players are so low. One of them being Lifty, who's going to be first to this B site. How much chaos can this say? Should be spotted there by Dubu. Yeah, tagged on as well. Not quite getting the shot,
Planted.
and it should be in safe hands here. If Kiansky has a dog, then it really should be. Or if Gliafi has any util as well. Yeah, all the util in the hands of Gliafi, and they're going to hear the 2 people swinging in here. First shot's good, second better, and clean up as well from Dubu. Okay. It made it really scary there, UL, but I mean, it's a good decision making anyway from TUD to get everybody on the same page and weed out the 2 people that are sitting in their spawn.
Yeah, they open it up with that really nice kill. Dodo just goes in for that chamber peek, TP's out, and then Nerdy picking up the Marshal. The problem is the recovery there. They had 3 Sheriffs and then the recovered Marshal. That is, unless you're hitting perfect headshots there, that is still a huge advantage for the TUD side. So even though they were backed up into a corner, they were still so powerful with those Spectres, able to just spam on through, get so much damage, just dinking with those headshots. So they do get the 9-5. It is definitely dirtier than I think we were expecting, but nonetheless, it is going to be that, and bonus will come in here.
Ruzi's actually purchased up the Outlaw this round. Really want to try and get the off early, so we'll get the mini one instead. And the hits now is coming out onto A. It's so hot and heavy, but I mean, all the kills are going UL's way. They've closed this eruption that was outside shower. And now they have to pick up the pieces as Dubu. Decent kill, but they're brought down to half HP. And Gliafi's got that kill as well. Hold on! Where's this come from? They're picking the pieces up together.
Spike down.
And now they know about the last Dubu. Going aggressive here. They're actually going to go and slip into spawn. Do they know about this? It's all about timing here, and they're aware.
Dodo beats Dubu. The Dodo.
The Dodo Dubu.
The duo Dubo ends with Dodo getting out that kill. So they're able to break it. It is a bonus, so they were against the lesser weaponry, and it is a heavy loss in terms of economy, even though they do get the round. 9-6 though. Stop a little bit of bleeding and try to get themselves a recovery, try to get themselves a great position here. As he does have the Tour de Force available, those few kills means a little bit less weight on the economy. He can peek out long B, try to get a kill off, try to beat out Ruzi here, as they're going to have a headhunter peeking near that area.
They're holding such a tight angle here. Such an unusual one. Yeah. And how's Ruzi going to be ready for that?
Yeah, keeps it clean, but the back and forth is going to leave it even here. No advantage garnered. 3-3 now. And they can't just pull back here. Igorio going to be fast going back, getting back to A Heaven, trying to get themselves a good position. Dubo is out of utility, so they don't have a way to quickly make it onto site. So this position, this push up into bats, into showers, could just be a great backstab.
They're one away from Gliafi's ult. I mean, Angela, how do you figure out that there's a showers player here, right? You want to get those seekers online. You want to try and maybe get the Sky to plant. I think they want to wait for somebody to try and push for info. But nobody's biting yet, so we're just
30
stuck.
seconds left.
We're just stuck in stalemate until TUD hit the button. I mean, they're gonna have to be the ones to do it. And they've decided to hit the TP button. Flash has got in, but it's hardly enough yet. They're gonna have no idea that Dodo is sitting there. Good kill, but the second is good for Dodo. Finally gets traded out though, but there's such little time for this. Igorio, you've got your molly. I think that just about will land. Yeah, Dubu brought down to such low HP, and I'm not even going to go for the swing. A little aggressive from them, but Igorio stays strong.
Yeah, switching to that Guardian, you know, needs to hit one shot and hits the head as well. 9-7 here. Once again, it swapped sides. Whoever's on the defense can only win with one player surviving, it feels like. So, but 9-7 on the board. Lifty going to be able to purchase an op. They're going to be able to get some guns out, but the blood pressure for both of these teams is going to be through the roof, just with how close each of these rounds are. Both sides have had to be clutching out, but it feels like UL have been in so many situations where maybe they should have won, but they still try to fight it.
I mean, the money is really, really poor now for TUD. UL, they're clawing this lead back. At least they want to try and make it tied.
My ult's ready.
Clean shot from Lifty. But they know about the extra company. They're gonna have a look around. And it should be spotted here by their teammate. Okay, Nerdy is spotted at Lifty, cleaning up all the rest.
Spike down A.
All the ecos. There's only one left.
Yeah, they're just going to keep making their way, pushing a little bit further here. It's just Gliafi, and they need to do a lot if they want to get something going here. Sheriff in hand, they are going to get noted. They are going to get a little bit of tag.
Letting the teammate. There you go.
You wait out. Once you get the...
Slurp up all 5 kills. Take the ace for himself.
They'll lead us right to the enemy.
Yeah, really strong play. A lot of excitement there, I can imagine. Lifty, 22 kills now on the board. And there is going to be a timeout from the TUD side, trying to change it up here. Such a good start, especially at the end of the half, 7-5, getting the pistol, then getting up to the 9. But now they're faltering a bit. They're starting to reach a little bit of stagnation. So they're trying to find where the improvement needs to lie, where the gap in the UL defense is to be found. They do have enough money to buy though, so that is definitely in the cards for them. And they have 4 ultimates in play, so if they just go to a site and try to take some of these ankles, go for a nightfall, go for an orbital strike, they have so much power in their hands. They just need to direct it in the right places.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, I mean, they need to figure out where this AWP likes to play. I mean, Dodo's been AWPing quite a lot. They have a lot of util to try and find them. I mean, there's plenty. I mean, they've been pretty dynamic. They like playing long. They can play A sometimes, but I mean, if they figure out where Dodo is, they have plenty of options to util them out. I mean, they're running the Fade and the Brim, so if you want to get really cheeky, you can try the Decay strat, or the Seize strat, right? Or you have the Showstopper as well, so you can...
With the Nightfall, you can get the Decay Orbital, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
just insta-kill with that damage dealt. Gregorio, the aggression, they're going to get the Orb, and they're going to get 2 as well. They're going to commit even further to it. They really wanted that ult point, and in the end they get it, but not through the Orb. They get it by dying. Lifty setting themselves up to refrag their teammate. And even going into the location, they're going to be brought low to Cade. They get 1. They know there's a second there, but they can't finish it off. The TP behind is going to be from James. The Seekers are going to be set, but the site is free. And Dodo is going to TP themselves as well. They know where it is, but it's just going to be a swap of sites as well. B to A to B. Everyone is just going through the Vine teleporters.
Alright, big fight here for James and Kianski. Does James check their corners? No, they don't. Now
They
it's
do the,
all on
the
Dodo.
lazy peek.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Such an important kill. Opens it up. Still
Ult
the
on
orbital
Longo.
strike. Yeah, the longer this takes, the more likely it is just going to be an orbital strike in the hands to take it. Just holding down that button, waiting for the ult. Gonna start it, but Charlie Murphy is not going to take any risks. They get it to half though, still brought themselves half, and now they have to finish it off. Time is going to be of the essence, and I don't think that's quite enough. 0.54 seconds is what remains. And Dodo can't quite quell the defuse. Brings it so close though. TUD get to double digits, break the streak of UL, and get themselves a nice position. But economic wise, they are still in the dumps, more or less.
Not horrendous. They only have the Bulldog. I mean, they have the Tour de Force as well, so that's going to ease their burdens a little bit.
This is where the Outlaws come in. Lifty, Dodo, they both got the Outlaws in hand. This is where those body shots. This is where the dude. There's four bullets between them. There's 4 half armors.
They're on the wrong parts though, for now at least. I mean, they're sitting so far back here. Oh.
Yeah, this haunt.
No. There you go, Nerdy stuck between a rock and a hard place. They got the eye behind them. They got a show-stopping Raze flying at them. Just given a losing hand there, really. I mean, all the TP has been caught off, and it's caught Dodo off guard completely. Trying to go for a flank play, and they get 3 teleports behind them.
Yeah, they have complete control of the site, it seems. But even then, they haven't committed fully. They haven't gotten the plant down, so they can just switch it up and go straight for this. Dubu knows there's no one coming from the spawn. From the defender's side, James TPs, gets taken out, and now it's just Lifty. This Outlaw needs to do so much here, and I don't think it's ever going to be enough here. So it looks like TUD going to be up to 11, 8 left for UL. Some heroics could come in, but it seems like that's all she wrote, especially since they didn't get a kill with that first shot. They're going to take out 1, but that is it. A second. Charlie Murphy taken out with another burst of the classic. That right click cannot be underestimated there. So they are going to get a couple of consolation kills, Lifty. 25 on the board, but they're behind by 3 rounds. So kills only mean so much if you're losing out the game. And now both teams are going to be in a position where they can buy. Lifty not going to have a weapon, but they are going to have the blades and a sheriff.
Yeah, TUD finally on the low on the ult economy, and UL have gotten a couple charged up themselves, so it allowed them to rotate out last time, just TP and go for the B play because they had those Seekers available. But they don't have that luxury anymore. What are they going to do when they don't have those big abilities? Can they still win out the rounds? That's the test here.
Yeah, some early aggression. They take a lot of space here to try to get some kills Dodo, especially with the help of the Brim Smoke from Agorio. Doesn't get a kill, but at least forces out a nice bit of util in order to clear out the space. The Honda is going to come in once again on top of the truck. Going to catch off one, and Nerdy is going to get caught once again. And the attack just comes through clean. Dodo gets one back, but it's 3 on the board for the TUD side as they're going to clear out the site. Plant is going to start to come in. These Blades need to catch ahead if they want to get anything, but no one is biting for now. Gonna get the first one though. Catches off Ruzi. Dash updraft is not gonna lead to anything else as they run out, and the Sheriff is not able to draw out time. And swings out, just goes for it, Gliaffi, and takes out James, the opposing
Match point. Listen, good old hard yakka.
team.
Standing in
12-8 now.
victory.
Match point. They have 4 opportunities here to try to close it out. UL's map pick as well.
I mean, that thing that we were saying earlier, right? You lose your map pick, then you're staring down your opponents.
Yeah, we're going to... I mean, both these teams know these maps, so at the end of the day, even if you're on your opponent's map pick, you still know it like the back of your hand. It is Ice Blocks that's a bit more of a question for TUD. But the next map is still an opportunity for both sides to get something here.
Big fight.
But
the two chambers
Until then,
dueling.
we're still here on this map, though, so that's the important thing. 4 players look like they want to eke out long, and it's just going to be the solo player and Dodo, but all they need is Dodo as they get the first kill onto Dubu. Get themselves an early advantage. Liffy going to get another bit of info, but no more kills so far. It's just bullets being traded, smokes being plumed. And they could easily TP back.
Play, just running in.
The speed of a Brim, but Lifty gets 2 before being taken out there. Kianski needs to stay alive, needs to get his teammate involved. And they're going to break it out just in time here. Rotates are going to speed on through now. And they're going to make their way over to A here.
I mean, they heard both the TPs, right? So this is smart here. Nerdy still wise to hold on to their ult all this time, though.
Have the spike.
Back and forth here. They are holding the spawn, but no one's going to be coming from there. There's not going to be a call from there.
Ooh.
They delayed the
30
spike a little bit as
seconds
well.
left.
Showstopper in hand.
I'll find you.
James is a little bit further ahead than they think. Okay, not gonna matter too much. They'll still note it out. Nerdy flying into heaven.
One enemy.
Ruzi's
Yeah,
taken out.
Showstopper, double satchel. And this needs to be the kill here.
Ooh, James, keeping them alive.
They
12 to
finally
none.
get a clutch. They finally get out a 1vx situation. They've not been able to finish them out this whole time. We've noted a couple of times where they were just on the cusp and they can't get the last kill, but they do keep UL alive. And that is terrifying to face. $12-9. And the money is going to be still difficult though for UL here. If they're able to win it out though, they can put TUD on a huge back foot. But a Bulldog and a Judge are going to have to satiate the kills this time round if they want to keep it going again. That's going to be it for the rest of this map. It's just going to be trying to fight for their lives until they can reach OT.
I want to keep really slow here. It's a good control garnered here by Igorio and Lifty. In that shower space should know that if it is an A hit, they all should be coming from short here. Judge should be noted and it's taken down swiftly. Great util usage. Charlie's got that kill and the trade should be gone in for Igorio. It's crumbling now for UL. 2 left alive, James and Dodo.
Seekers, but that really is not going to mean much here. They're going to be in. They brought out a little bit of info though. Going to spam through the box, but swinging is Ruzi, and Gliaffi gets Dodo on the other side. 13-9. TUD make UL completely just fall under their weight. They can't keep up with this. They get a really good string early, but as the time ticked, it just felt like they got stronger and stronger. Just as a team, if you're looking at that post match, they're all clumped together, the TUD side. Whereas UL, they have Lifty, they have Dodo up top, but James, Agori, Nerdy just couldn't keep up the flame. They couldn't keep things going.
A little bit of a underperformance, I think. I mean, if you just go stats wise for Nerdy, right? Nerdy only uses Raze when they play Bind, and they average about 225 on their ACS here. Lower end of the spectrum, 139. So, I mean, I have plenty of elements to go into it, but that's just one that stands out to me. But I mean, everybody has that. They have the chance for redemption here on Icebox. Icebox is map 2 coming up next.
And we are back with map number 2 here of Icebox. This is TUD's pick. They are 1-0 right now, but they are on a home turf now. This is where they wanted to be, and UL will be on that defender side to begin. So we got to see exactly what they're going to bring out here. Both these teams are not new to this map either. Both of them bringing it out 2 times so far within the tournament. So we'll have to see exactly what they run out. Charlie and Dubu starting off with the Jet. Or the Jet and the Viper.
Not too surprising, I don't think. I think
Lifty's going to bring out the Jet as well, so
yeah,
the expected pick from them.
Not too surprised about that. James on the Killjoy as well, nerdy. Icebox, not the Icebox, the Gecko pick.
The Icebox pick, yeah.
The Icebox pick, yeah. The Gecko pick on Icebox. Which means they should be going Viper Sova here.
Yeah, I would expect Dodo to whip out that Sova.
If we go by trends, but I mean...
Or maybe even Chamber, but for right now. And on the other side, we are going to see TUD, instead of maybe that Gecko, it is going to be a KO for Liafi.
Yes.
So something they have brought out before, so not too new to them. And Dodo is committing to that Reyna. That's what it is going to be. So interesting to say the least. They have brought it out a nice few times. That is their most picked so far, but they haven't brought it out on the Icebox here.
And Rusi, I don't think they've played. I don't think TUD have played Killjoy on Icebox. I don't think they've put Rusi on it anyway. I haven't. No, I don't even have Rusi on Killjoy ever. So interested to see how they'll do.
They usually just run the solo chamber to hold it off. You know, being able to hold down B nicely with a trip with their op. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they want to bring out here, with it being a different pick than we're used to.
I mean, Killjoy has changed a little bit since the new Icebox change. It's been cool to see where you put the turret on ramp so we can see the window now. Just the little changes to characters that stay in the meta because you just change one thing. I mean, it's interesting to see. And I mean, I come into play straight away here. Walking into that turret with the spike, by the way. Charlie does have the spike here. James, put to the test. Readjust for 1, and the second, Nerdy's got his back. And the turret should spot them out in the window. There it is. And Lifty will take that kill. Now, Gliafi, 2 big ones. Still a third to find, and they will find it. Low HP now. Odo is in that tube, causing such a problem, just clogging up this play that they can try and make. But they're going to be looking the right way. There he goes, okay. And the full heal to come in. Lifty just off the angle. I mean, timing is big here, but they should realize now. Ooh, Ruzi. Okay. The heart rate's going up now, 1v1. Ruzi versus Lifty.
And they are
low
low
HP.
as well. I think they're low enough for a single sheriff bullet if they hit it just.
Are they
in
below
the chest.
55?
Yeah, they're 48. So
48? Oh my god.
So they don't even need to hit that single headshot. So this is going to be a huge opportunity. They're able to get the plant as well.
Spike planted.
Lifty's just waiting for that to go down eventually.
And it's not planted open enough to play Heaven or Belt, I don't think. So they're going for it
Turret's
anyway.
going to turn off. If the timing isn't right, this turret could be a liability if they don't have the info.
Oh, I think they see it now. Interesting that they don't want to shoot us, but I mean, sure. Don't want to give away where they are.
They know that they're not close enough with the turret being off, but once they get in range, it's gonna just turn on and start shooting at them.
Wow.
But they don't even need that. It's the body shot. They don't even need to hit the head. Ruzi going to keep that going. That shot onto Gliafi is just so nice. Just able to get that headshot. The overheal doesn't matter. So they're able to get it going now. Oh, sorry, it was onto Dodo, not Gliafi. That's a teammate.
For three huge ones from Gliafi, and then Ruzi is able to step up to close out the round after that clean one tap from onto Dodo, as you said. So TUD, they're keeping the momentum going from last map.
And it is just going to be a straight A hit this time around. Lifty going to get caught by the drone. Going to take a little bit, but needs to try to hit a shot. Dubu finishes him out. Gets another. Just going to be clean so far here. These sheriffs are not going to be able to find anything. James though might be able to get it, but Dubu gets that kill first. Dodo, get the last stitch effort. And really, it is just looking for damage. Just tapping. Gets the body shot, doesn't get the kill. Dubu gets 4 in the round as well, so really nice from them. You know, just completely firing off, taking out the pistols, that low buy. So 2-0 for TUD, they get a nice opening. It's the same as we saw on the first map.
I mean, if the trend continues, then we're looking at UL a lot of rounds here, no? So if you want to keep the trend going,
yeah.
but I mean...
yeah, no, TUD would prefer not to keep the trend, I'd imagine, but unless that means winning the map. But for now, it's just going to be kept simple. Sitting back, Lifty, opens it up.
Oh, Lifty. Just little cheeky miss on the jump. Probably the game like rolling back or something. That happens quite a lot. And now they're forced into this fight. And it's going to be taking contact. Charlie will escape with their life. And Ruzi's gotten that kill onto Dodo, and it spurred the rotate on. They want to try hitting B now. And there's no Killjoy mollies to try and stop this, but they do have Igorio alive still, making it that much harder. Now Ruzi, how brash are you? Walk through the wall. Not as bad as going backside, but can James weed this one out? They do have that alarm bot available, but they're going to have to take the hedge first. Just about 5 HP left.
Spike down A.
Yeah, and it all falls apart here. Just Kiansky left. 30 seconds as well.
30 seconds left.
Just trying to deal damage, I guess, now with this bonus, but Lifty just cleans them up. 3 in the round for them. And UL, you know, so far, you know, the trend has been set, but now the weaponry is going to fully come out for TUD. They have 5 rifles instead of the bonus.
Only the one kill on that round as well. I'm a little surprised they didn't just hit the B button as soon as they got that kill onto Dodo. Still 2 people sticking around A, and they got slaughtered for it.
Let's get this done.
Yeah, UL stayed in their little setup 2-2, sticking around, not overdeveloping anywhere. And now they're just gonna set everything onto A here.
Dart.
Murphy, if he times it well, but does not catch it off. Dodo is gonna open it up though, takes out one on the belt. And it is just going to slowly clean up even more as Ruzi's killed on the lurk. Charlie as well. And everything's just falling apart here. UL setting up once again to try to break TUD just enough, as it's just going to be Kiansky left and not able to finish off that last kill. So 2-2 now. It's evened up, and TUD will have very little money to work with now that they've just spent it all on that buy.
I mean, the trend is going, right? two rounds up, and now your opponent is on a terrible buy. I mean,
Deja vu over here.
Could be.
Right here.
We'll see if they hit 5. Have a different look now, though. Put a lot of attention towards A these last 2 rounds, TUD. And I want to put it towards B now. They like putting a lurk here, so I wonder if they want to just have the Killjoy have presence to make it look like a lurk. But no, okay, they're just going to have the drone out first. Take the control. And speaking of take control, Lifty's gone walkabouts. Taking all the space in mid, so they know there's going to be no mid lurk now. And it's just going to be this B hit, so they didn't want to play 5-player retake, that's what they want to. And James is going to deny the plant first, though.
Yeah, brought it down 5 versus 3 now. Try to keep something going here, but it's just going to be a slaughter for now. Everyone getting a piece of the pie as a team haste comes through. So 3 rounds in a row for UL now. They weren't able to bring out anything. A couple of ults spent on either side, but nothing too hasty brought in. But they are going to keep it very much healthy economically. UL having so much in the bank. They have so many rounds to play with here, even if they lose out just one.
Oh. Well, hold on, James. Don't be doing that one.
James, don't be naughty. Don't.
Flashbacks to the... What game was it? I think it was the Furia game, right? It was a Furia player that got for doing that one.
Trying to get it stuck in the box.
Yeah, stuck in the box. Little gap in that wall is gonna let Dodo die, actually. They take the first engagement thinking they've got a cheeky angle, but the shot not quite there, and Glaffy will clean it up. B-site now taken for TUD.
Yeah, and another one falls as well. As we saw Ruzi,
Chips in the
a
night.
little lurk. Yeah. These 2 killjoys gonna meet eventually, and this time Ruzi wins it out. 5 versus 2 now. TUD setting themselves up to try to do this. And he's still being a nuisance here. The killjoy just spamming out, wall banging, and it's just gonna be a Goryo left. Gets one. Can't get the second though. Bullets brought out. Dead man's click. Everything runs out. Ruzi with 3 in the round just gets the lurk. Works perfectly. So 3-3 now. They break the streak earlier than last time. Keeps it even and stops an economy from blooming even further. So they're going to have to dip into it now. The UL side. But they themselves on TUD are not looking too bad. And Dodo is going to have that op to try to take someone out. Going to watch Belt, it looks like, or maybe go for the peek down main.
I do like the little early A aggression. I think it takes so much control here. So yeah, they've got that line now.
And Lifty through mid, so they're taking a lot of space very early here.
Here's the drone as well, and the turret.
Yeah, it's really on Charlie's position here, because if they hold on deep and they can catch off maybe Dodo, well, the rest of their team go for this complete playthrough. The lockdown is going to go through. The op is going to win it out though on the other side of the map, so the lurk isn't going to stay alive, but the plant will go through even with a player disadvantage coming.
Whoa.
Trades coming through. The defense keeping so much power in it. Still 1-man advantage as they go for this. Thrash gonna rock his way in, and the last player gonna get hit, going to get detained, and going to get knifed, of course, by Lifty. You have to go for the knife. We all know it. Waiting for that to happen. But UL get themselves back on. 4-3 here.
Flash to the Carmine Core FPX game where they get the Thrash and Tamazi's like, knife him, knife him, knife him.
Yeah, exactly.
The same thing here. As every time now, it's like a ritual.
You gotta make sure it's just a nice little mental win, even if you don't, you don't get anything extra. You get a moral victory, and this time it is gonna be a very similar setup here because Dodo's aggression. The initial peak wasn't caught; it was just the lurk forward that was. So now his push-up is going to be used, and they're going to get it. Seeing the knife gives away the fact he's close, but he's not going to stop the scoper. And Ruzi's going to get that kill back at least. So 4 versus 3, UL at an advantage, but TUD not completely falling apart yet.
Lifty is in the back lines now as well, causing so much trouble. And they'll close it. I mean, a little upsetting almost. Seeing Dodo go for the same play that they did last round. That they should have an idea of, because Charlie died to it, right? So you know that the AWP is in play, and you get the tag with the knife to know that he's close, and then you just go dry into it. So I was expecting a little bit of a reaction. Like throwing the flash, the dart, something like that.
Really, yeah, trying to gain something, or at the very least trying to maybe take some, trying to bring a second for the refrag, but no, just solo dry means it is going to fall apart very quickly. So 5-3 now, UL at the helm. And Dodo once again going aggressive, but this time it's going to be on the B side. They're going to be peeking
watching
down
here.
straight. And beside them is going to be Lifty. So the two duelists trying to set up a little bit of a kill. And like ships in the night, these two jets are going to catch each other. And before he can get taken out, Dubu is going to get the first kill. But now they've made contact on A. And that contact is going to go the way of TUD as Gliaffi and Charlie get a kill themselves. 4 versus 2. Plant should be able to come in easy. And even a Viper's pit on hand if they want to seal it in. Ruzi taken out. And the pit is going to go in. So a huge decaying ball left on this site here is going to make it so much more difficult. Especially that off still on Dodo. They need to switch it over. And time is ticking so quickly for them.
Gliaffi, they've gone for that swing. Yeah, and they're going to take out Dodo. Unaware. Still, the 2v1. And the time pressure mounting. So difficult for Igorio. They do know about the 4-10 position. The Vipers do love playing here. But it's not enough though. Spam not quite there, and Kianski will clean it up.
Yeah, can't quite pinpoint the right height, the right position to get just in the air. And now they get another round back to UD. They use up that ult after the plant, and they make it look nice.
I mean, the trend is continuing, no? UL got to 5, and now TUD are mounting the comeback, right?
A bit more of a stretch. You know, you can see it, but I think then you're just describing a game.
The same game. It's the same game, Kurt.
It's the same game, different map, different comps, different rounds, but the same game. This round, and it's just going to be face towards A again. Ruzi doing that similar mid lurk. Gonna hopefully try to get something here. Is going to be in the tube. Gonna get the first one. Second player is going to be ready though, and the spam isn't going to hit. So Nerdy gonna catch that. Gonna get tagged a teeny bit, but not enough. Gliaffi brings him down just to the cusp of death, but can't quite bring him there.
Window?
And going to get taken out, not ready for the window, but Lifty is one for 1, 2, 3. Line them up, take them down. Just Charlie left, 10 HP, and so much work for Dodo. Just gonna peek with the op, overkill it, and get them to 6 at the very least. So setting themselves up at the very least, they've got a tied half and want to set up for more here. The economy for TUD is looking a bit dangerous as they try to scrap something together here.
I mean, you're always going to have one of those rounds, right? I mean, it was looking pretty decent for TUD, especially when they got that kill onto Nerdy, but Lifty had their back and they took almost the entire squad down. 3 like huge ones just to solidify it. I mean, those rounds are going to happen. Your star player is going to have those I win you the round kind of moments, and he's done it right there. And now Dubu's trying to get one of his own. Big kill onto James, and even drops the weapon for his teammate. What a shot!
Lifty just gets a taste of their own medicine here. Some kills back now for UL. And they get another one as well. Nerdy keeping this so competitive right now. They have to group up here, the two attackers, Kianski and Gliaffi. They're going to try, but this peek around, Kianski caught by Nerdy. That push-up is still so powerful. Spike is down. And now no man's land is that Spike, and the other two enemies could be literally anywhere right now, especially with that op on Dodo in play. Going to see a glimpse of Nerdy, a glimpse of the wingman, but 4 in the round from what was such a huge start from Dubu.
Nerdy didn't want to see himself, he didn't want to get outdone by his teammate, it seems. Claws the round back single-handedly almost.
Yeah, Lifty does a great play, so Nerdy has to clap back even harder just to show his own teammate.
Yeah, show his own teammate he's just as good. I can do it too. I mean, Thrash is online now. They have so many ults available for the round, for this final round.
Yeah, 4 for the defense and 3 for the attacking side. Lifty up with their own Blade Storm now. The arrow not going to get anything, going to be broken straight away. And now Lifty Blades are off. But they need to
they're
catch
not
off
aware.
Gleafi. He's going to get brought down. Not taken out fully, but still damage. Ruzi gets a kill back. They're able to revive maybe. So
Yeah,
it's
the
still
revive
5
is
versus
coming.
4 now. And a
have
lockdown is still on the
lockdown.
cards.
Yeah, they have lockdown here. I think they do want to go for us. Yeah.
Spike planted.
Yeah, Thrash is going to come in. It is going to detain one, but so many ults coming in from this attacking side.
Surely Ruzi should pop their ult here. Get onto pipes and pop that, son. Yeah, there it is. Now they gotta deny this hold with the defuse though. Wingman is putting in serious work.
Yeah, that detain or that lockdown just took so long
Switching sides.
to try to get in it. I was expecting it so much earlier in the
Yeah.
time frame.
I thought it would come in like as soon as
Ju-
they got that
the
kill onto
plant-
Lifty, right? As soon as you get the kill onto Lifty, you pop that, you get the ult you get the plant in properly, and you get the set up for the post. I think they even had Kianski's ult there, right? So you just set up for the post plant perfectly. So I was a little disappointed, and honestly, I was really expecting that lockdown. I was like, this is it, right? And it just didn't come in till so late.
Yeah, the Kiansky, the Hunter's Fury, it comes out before the lockdown, which is the confusing bit. So he not even able to catch it off, and doesn't try to stop the plant either. Doesn't see any player on it because it is just that little wingman on top. Now though, swapping sides, TUD are going to be defending. Wall is going to come up. And
Oh,
B is just going to be
adventurous.
free right now. Dodo just flicks around, takes
Spike
out
planted.
Ruzi, dismisses away, no further questions. And the spikes are going to get planted. They're going to try to get one back. They force out at least one nano swarm to begin with.
Well, I like the jet dash here. Gleafi does have that flash as well here. They want to try and pop it for the swing, but it's not quite there. The post plant is looking handsome for UL right now. Unless Gleafi has something to say.
One enemy
2v1.
remaining.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Nerdy, low HP as well, and Charlie will take it across the line. Making me eat my words. And
Yeah, the
TUD will
duo
take
right there.
another pistol.
The two players, Gleafi and Charlie, just making mincemeat of them right there as they completely demolish, just playing it clean out. And there's so much post-plant util as well. They have 2 nanoswarms, at least 1 snake bite, and it just keeps coming through to slow them down, but they just take the kills at that point, so makes it look easy there. Pistol now 8-5, so only a 3-round deficit. A couple of outlaws coming in. That long-range B side can be so nice to just have a little bit of skeet shooting going on if they come there, but it looks like it's going to be a heavy mid presence coming out from the UL team.
I don't mind this. It is a little unusual, which is why it could work, but Ruzi is too aware. Their utility is going to be too nice, and Dubu's gotten that group the outlaw. Lovely piece there, and they know that they can just leave off A now. If he is going to try and walk up as far as they can, they will get one, but not to be traded quite. Charlie using up all the aim last round, but Kianski's got their back. James, just a sheriff, and no kills. Alright, nice and clean for TUD, only losing one person. Keep the guns.
One person on the plant, so
Keeping the guns pretty scary here. I mean, if they have 2 outlaws, right? If
Yeah.
you're UL, you better make sure that you saved properly, right? I think.
yeah,
I feel like James
They
and
went for the
Lifty
heavy.
might be on low armor here. Are they? Okay, no, they've got the full armor. Okay,
everyone's
nobody's
on
it.
full
Okay,
armor.
they're right.
Oh, James James dipping in for a bit more util, so only one player going to be susceptible to that one-shot kill, so should be all right in the books for them. But Charlie is going to
No
go
way.
for the bigger outlaw, some may say. I
What
don't think
is
anyone.
this?
I don't think anyone says that, but
The bigger outlaw, yeah. Valorant players in 2024.
and they are going to be sticking it towards A. Yeah, it's kept in the hand this time as well. Dubu gets off
On
the kill.
The half armor.
They hit perfect there. And he's gonna get the reload. Gonna switch over to the operator. Gonna see Nerdy.
Oh
Gonna
my goodness.
get a glimpse as well. Has a moment to reposition to switch it up. Dodo gets Ruzi back though. 3 versus 2. Still spike down.
Whoa, that was scary.
Just need to stick together and try to play this out now. Spike is taken though, so they have a great opportunity here, UL, to try to at least put a bit of questions on the table.
Lovely knife. Get the info that there's at least one here. And
They take out the dart.
Double up the dart. A little interesting. Yeah, it's kept 3 people anchored here. Tagging one, then destroying the dart.
Yeah, I like this.
They're stepping right back in.
Yeah, just sticking together, because if they did go B, they're able to rotate all at the same time.
30
But
seconds left.
now it is just going to be them trying to stay alive, but falling now. Dodo gets one. Kianski going to catch another one. Dubu needs to stay alive, can't quite do it.
Down A.
Dodo, 4 in the round. 36 collective HP for these 2 players. And it's just going to be a sheriff. The bullet has to hit, and it is going to do it. The plant doesn't come in. Dodo taken out. And TUD get up to 7 rounds there. My heart was on the edge of its seat with me, and that is such a round to be able to take over.
What they got away with. Like, they had the Viper off.
Double
Get the first
outlaw
kill.
Viper
Yeah.
Viper operator. They get 2 opening kills to get it. Dubu picks up that op, gets 2 more with it, and then the sheriff tops it all off to finish the round. That is absolutely insane of a bonus round to take.
And IEL, they're just left on sheriffs. The Shiko. They have this alarm bot here as well, and Kianski is going to try and watch as best they can.
Take flight. Shock dart.
The Aldron gets a nice bit of info. They know at least James is there.
Alarm bot, as soon as that's triggered, I'd imagine that starts the swing from Charlie. Oh, a scary jump, a little bit too wide, but I'll get away with this.
Yeah, and they're keeping them kept in there. Kianski does eventually get taken out a little bit too much playing around with that angle and gets taken
Big
by
fight.
the sheriff. That's a huge snake bite, and it leads to a double for Charlie. Ruzi with the op is going to get one as well onto Dodo. And Lifty gets another wingman, going to go for that plant. Nerdy
Oh,
going to
wow.
try to catch it in, but doesn't get the plant, doesn't get the kill. So 8-8 for TUD. Well, not for TUD. They get the round to bring it to 8-8, tie it up, and make this so much more competitive. Is going to be a full buy from both sides now.
It's a similar look from last map, you know, I'm enforcing this narrative that I have, right? It's a hot start from UL, and then TUD, they claw it back. Right, so he brought it even again, and I mean, last time this happened, TUD got us to like 11.
Pattern recognition through
Yeah.
the roof right now.
That I'm a FromSoft player, you know?
Reads one line of lore and it means something. Has huge implications, but Ruzi gets a kill. Huge implications. That's Dodo, the top fragger. He's the only one with the ult on hand as well. The Empress is no longer going to be available. And I'm going to say TUD, they really like not putting the op on what you'd expect to be the agent that's meant to have it.
Oh. I mean,
As
if
well.
you put it on the Killjoy, you're just doing your best Boostio cosplay, right? There's some efficacy there. When you put it on the Viper, though, fight's still happening in spawn, though. Rorio will take it down, but the numbers still sit to TUD's advantage. They have to be aware of this cross, though. Drone has spotted one. Okay, so they should have the idea now. Yeah, it's spurred on this rotation from Ruzi and the rest of the team. I have to wonder what they have going into this. The screen is still available,
30 seconds left.
and so is that alarm bot, so no run-ins here to try and spoil the plant. Ruzi, one molly to hand, but the off is what they want to get the kill with. Flash has been brought in as well, so they really want to be aggressive here. Do they know about Igorio? I don't think they do.
Remaining.
Yeah,
But the kill is huge here. The
One
trade
and
is good for
Jansky.
Jansky as well. TUD will take the lead
That
in
is
a
absolutely
brawl
insane.
towards the A site, and they'll even pick up the op as well. I mean, Kansky is the next wielder, is it? Is that what they're thinking?
No, it looks like Ruzi wants it back. It's just the fair rule of whoever clutches out the round, whoever picks up the off, it's their turn. But TUD fighting so hard. It's, you know, we said it's, you know, map picks are very important, but both these teams are so potent on each of the maps that have been picked so far, and they're showing it right now. It is going to be a pushed upon by UL Lifty with the Blade Storm. We've seen him, how much work he's been able to do himself mechanically, and he needs to be able to do it again. Hasn't opened up yet. Thrash is going to come through, dash past it. Lifty can't hit the shots, and Charlie gets the kill back. Really good movement around there, but not able to hit the shots. And the plant's going to come in straight away still, though.
We've even got this lockdown. James, the big kill, he's going to give up his life for us. 2, in fact. Gonna get detained, though. And they've even got the pit.
Just to top it all off.
Oh, it's scary now. They do have that decay. Yeah, okay, the spit is gonna get him off of it. But it's still halved. They got the kill. And the pit's gonna be brought down now because of that. Just one kill. 1v1. Dodo. They're delaying so much and it's just enough.
Just a game of just peeking and peeking and faking. And they eventually get it out, UL. 9-9. They're not going to let this slip out of their fingers. They gave away the lead for a moment and they were not having that.
It's really competitive now. I mean, Dubu, okay, they have the Blade Storm online, so Charlie's just going to be left on the Stinger, but I mean, in his hands, that's just a normal gun, I'd say.
Yeah, Charlie's able to just do what they want right now. They seem to just be picking up whatever they can find. They are keeping a little bit of economy in hand as well, though. They're not trying to leave a little bit of money on pocket. Ruzi hasn't spent too much. They need to try to keep a defense here. It is going to be a lot of weight on the Blade Storm to try to hit some heads, to try to hit something. But Lockdown going to come in. Gonna try to push them back. Duba with one, the Stinger with another, so they're already at a 2-man advantage. They are gonna lose out to that plant, so they're on that timer, but Lockdown gonna come in as well.
The initial kills are just never going UL's way. It's when they are in the post plant and in the lower man disadvantage, honestly, is when they're picking up the wins. They're picking up the pieces again. I mean, it's happening once more. Nerdy, Dodo, huge kills. I mean, Dodo's gotten that second one. Brought it in, swinged into a man advantage, but Kianski's taken down James, but the time should seal it, despite their efforts.
And the time, yeah, it's just going to be
so
out.
Low. Half to half at least. Yeah.
And even then, I don't think there was going to be enough time in the end. So 10-9, UL are going to keep fighting and keep doing it, able to get it. Everyone dies on the server though, so both teams have to completely rebuy here. And it's fairly even overall between the two. Because they can't both quite get out the best buy possible. Ruzi though is going to go back with the operator.
I mean, fair enough. Solo though. Solo on B.
Yeah, they have the setup holding off kitchen, holding off the under tube, and they're just going to peek it out. So if they do get taken, that whole side of the map is gone, but they're not even going to be challenged. It is going to be directed towards A here. Snakebite to start, opening it up with a nice bit of mollies, trying to clear out something, and it's going to be Charlie that's really sitting in this deep corner. But they're going to pull back straight away. They're going to just poke some info, take a little bit of pushed up position maybe.
I think they were anticipating a flank there. They just have like 3 people go swinging it. Not to be though, so now they go back to A, and I mean, that could have put some doubt into the minds of TUD. But they still have 3 people here. They're confident in that solo hold from Ruzi with the AWP. And so the Thrash is going to be bought, and it's going to play extreme spoiler for Charlie. They actually get away with their life. Guns still in their hands, but they'll get taken down swiftly. I mean, the trades have come out evenly though. 3v3 now. Dubu gets taken down. And Ruzi with the AWP is just not quite enough. Kianski has crept their way up to top nest, and they get found out though by Lifty.
Yeah, it's just the AWP left to go. Thrash is available again as well, so if they were even to want to go for it, they are just going to get thrown.
She's still gunning for you.
So So it looks like Ruzi just gonna have to try to not die here. But even then, the save can't come in.
Go for it, wow.
Yeah, they were sticking around, and Lifty gonna finish that out. So 11-9, UL trying to eke their way through, especially now with the economy in their way for TUD. They're gonna have to go for a half investment and set themselves up for the last round, or they can fully invest, which might be the play around it. They don't want to try to play for an OT. They want to play for either, you know, basically make the next round impossible if they lose, or try to go out in a blaze of glory.
Out of charges. Turn out.
Full investment. Guardian now. Alright, Ruzi. Finally getting a test on their side. Don't pass for the first. And they're just good enough, but Lifty will catch them. The dash up through mid. But now they're under some serious pressure, but the guns are not quite there for TUD.
Yeah, gonna fall. Charlie needs to get another one, but Dodo gets a second. Gliafi and Charlie fall to them. Kianski now alone, one from the Bulldog. It needs to be more, a second as well. The pit is still up. So it is still everything right now. They have to fight so much.
But they
And it
just
looks like
don't know.
Yeah, and that arrow is not going to leave any info.
So hard around this pit. It's even going to get dropped. They're that confident because they have both mollies on. Yeah, it's no problem for them. UL will bring us to 12. And now we get to see the clutch factor on TUD. I mean, they have the comeback factor. But can they close it out like this when it matters? I mean, James is going to go down. They couldn't really afford that, actually.
Match point.
Oh, okay, they can.
This
Dodo
arrow is...
got enough as well. Yeah, the arrow has enchanted the ground. Even want to start the timeout.
They know where. They know where. Yeah, they need to really figure out what they want to do here. One saved weapon. And that's really it right now. They so far have a bit of investment. There is no ults on the board for anyone this game right now. Lifty's the closest with 1 away. Kianski 2 away, so is going to just be pure firepower and bullets left to try to tow it over the line.
And it has been a lot of the time. A lot of the recent rounds, at least, have been UL winning out when they get into a post plant, right? Even the rounds where they went A and they lost, like the first 2 players, like James, Nerdy, and Igoria are still able to clutch it out when they get into a post plant scenario, even when the numbers are against them. So I think if you're TUD here, you really want to play to try and stop this plant from coming in, because UL have just been winning out every single time it's happened. So you gotta get those Viper mollies online, get those Sova shocks, if you want to stop the A plant, right?
Yeah, and they're gonna start off just gonna arrow their way. And so far nothing is gonna be found. It's gonna be very passive over on B, that defense. Charlie and Gliafi are gonna be set alone there for now. But they're not even committing there. They're just poking. They're just testing the waters. And it looks like they're just going to rotate now back over to A, or maybe try to break some ground mid. These A players might not be ready for what's about to come their way.
Ruzi?
Ruzi starts it off though with a bang.
Turret's gonna go off as well, so they know that somebody was exploring mid. The drone could be huge here. Yeah, it spots out one, so they might have the idea now that this rotation is coming over to the B side of the map, but Lifty has snuck his way all the way into kitchen. Might be the play to win the whole round right here. Liafi, first victim. Second victim is Charlie. Where's the comms, boys? Where's the comms? Just taken out.
It's not even Lifty that gets the kill, it's Nerdy here. 4 versus 3 now. This retake is going to be so difficult. Lifty first to fight, and Kianski gets taken, and Dubu as well. Just Ruzi now alone, and they get taken. Lifty gets 4. They get the map 13-9. They mirror what just happened Schmirkin will say it's fate. But we are going to a third map. It is 1-1 now. Trying to fight for it. UL, they claw back the opposing maps. They swap out each other's, and they're going to have to figure it out on Lotus. But UL fighting for their life again. TUD fighting for their life. Both of these teams ready and willing to do what it takes right now. But Lifty's blades are what are able to make the difference. So we'll see if it is going to be the same on Lotus or if we will get a completely different game going out of here. But we will take it to a short break first. See you then. And we are back. It is going to bring us on to map 3. We are bringing it a bit later than our usual games, but you know, that's what happens in a best of 3. That's the commitment you got to bring into this. And we are going to be going on to Lotus now. TUD opened it up with a 13-9 onto Bind, UL's pick, and then UL came back on TUD's pick of Icebox 13-9. And now it's going to be that last map of Lotus here. Both teams going to be setting up in this agent select. We're going to get a couple of jets at least picked through and just waiting to see what both these sides are going to bring out. But this is the last map for one of these teams in Ireland Esports Collegiate Series. And it's going to be exciting to see. Just before we get into it as well, just, you know, don't forget to put in your predictions. You know, we all want to see what people are rooting for and what they want to go for.
I think I'm seeing it sway a bit more towards UL right now. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
well, I mean, it's for good reason, right? UL.
I mean, we all,
really
like, us here on the production side, we were all expecting a bit more of a UL sided. Well, not more of, but at the very least, we were expecting a UL win here, so not surprised. But hopefully, we'll be getting something here. We're gonna get most of our picks out here. It's gonna be a couple of differences overall. The Jet and the Gecko are going to be the ones that stay the same, but a little bit of changes coming out through. The controller is going to change, and we're going to see the Chamber versus the Killjoy, the Omen versus the Brim, and the Raze versus the Reyna here.
Yeah, same comp that UL like to run here. They should be pretty drilled on this. And I don't think TUD have played Lotus, if not very much, not nearly as much as Bind and Icebox. So I'm interested to see what they can get done. And I mean, they have the Apfy on this chamber. I mean, they're hitting some decent shots in the last few maps, so putting them on this agent isn't too bad an idea. You can hold down some serious space on this map with some of the TPs that you can put up.
Yeah, the difference in hold you kind of can do with the two agents is very interesting, because usually you expect to see a very solid split between maybe C and B with the Killjoy, with a lot of defense here. Whereas with the Chamber, you might throw a trap on B or C and then just go for a heavy peek with your TP. So just very different sides, but it is going to now be the attacking side sticking to their C guns. They're going to pop out a Dizzy, try to flash it out, but nothing is going to be found there to start us off. As if they're just going to wait here for the defense. UL just sitting back and seeing what they can get.
Invest the smoke here as well, and even the rotation. I mean, it's a decent sell for TUD. Only Lifty here, and he's just jump spotting. So they're probably going to end up giving up the site here, but do TUD know that? Hopefully not to be too deterred by the smoke. No, they're going to push right on through.
Yeah, so that plant is going to go down. Wingman going to throw that in. 5 versus 5 is going to be how this has to play out right now. And the UL side are going to have to try to set up as best they can for this. Charlie ready for James. Takes out the door. Shot out with the frenzy. Kills are going the way of TUD right now. And it's all falling for them. And it's going to be a flawless to come out. UL so diligent in their setup, but it all falls apart by the bullets of TUD.
I can't believe that Charlie got away with that kill. I mean, every time you're breaking that door, you should be thinking, okay, yeah, there's going to be somebody on the other side here, right? I can't believe James just intends to hack away at us instead of breaking at it at the end with the bullet with the gun.
Yeah, just going straight for it there, especially in a 5 versus 5, because you know their attention isn't split. They are able to hold off every single angle in that post plant, so there's definitely going to be someone there. This time it's going to be C once again, waiting for that Dizzy to pop. And now James going to swing around and takes out one, gets that kill, going to try to get away, but the kill from Ruzi comes through. Wallbang shot. So the plant is going to come in, and it should be UL trying to take this back. They have no control though.
I'll try and open the door here, maybe get a little pressure on from two sides. Charlie Murphy, okay, one kill. We'll get traded out though, but Ruzi's got their back. And now it's just Lifty on their own, half HP as well. Ooh, and it's clean from Ruzi. Close it out. Only 2 people lost, not horrendous for TUD. Especially when they're running that chamber. You just give that gun away, get your headhunter out, get the cheeky 1-tap, Guardian in the pocket, alright. So I wouldn't be too stressed by his TUD. Still a fighting chance, but trends go the right way. UL should win this one out. I mean, there has been one bonus win that TUD got last map. See if they can replicate the same magic now.
He's gonna go for aggression here on the A side. That smoke not landing, I think, in the right spot there. That one's a little bit high.
A little.
You know, I've seen going for maybe a one way. That's just a bit, just to top off a little bit of main, but opens it up with a nice kill there. Just a bit of tag as well. So Lifty is gonna be fine here, and Dodo setting up here. Gonna see the player, but not able to hit the head. The spray not gonna line up either. Dizzy gonna get taken out of the air straight away, and now these players are not going to be stopped right now. Ruzi, though, the timing is on their side.
Igorio's watching.
James is ready. Oh, but the timing!
No way.
That is everything. Ruzi is in a prime position to do something if done correctly right now. They check it, though. They're actually so ready. Igorio gets one. Or gets taken out, and James gets taken out.
Oh.
If they got out there, that would have been insane. But still, they get into a post-plant situation. They try to set themselves up. Charlie, a little bit more of an active spot here, holding up closer.
Wingman gonna play some serious. Spoiler. Yeah, found out. Doesn't need the stun even. Just the info is enough. Nade is left. Yeah. Lifty. Diligent on the shot. Okay, 4 kills for him on the round as well. Keep that confidence up. And bring the ult close as well. I mean, Nerdy only 1 away from this thrash. If they want to try and play for that A control again like they did this round.
Yeah, just absolutely. Yeah, really insane. Insane that the fact that we're able to at least do that much damage as well for the bonus. So that damage is going to have a nice little ripple going through here. The Guardian, 2 Guardians is going to have to come through, or an Outlaw is going to be the swap actually for James. And they're going to go once again for this peak, but speeding it up. Going to get stimmed, and they're just going to keep some pace here, try to draw some attention.
Online.
Yeah, everything is ready to go. Dubu going to try to rocket their way through, and it's still going. They're still holding them back. They haven't shot it yet, but they do eventually at the last second just to finish it out there. But the amount of pressure they put on with that 5 versus 5 post plant coming in. Charlie is low. 1 for 1 taken though.
Yeah, the thrash is going to allow that one to come in. Now the Dizzy is coming as well. The next wave of this retake has come in, but Ruzi and Dubu are going to hold back as best as they can. 2v2 now though. Charlie, such low HP. Ruzi's taken out, and now you're in trouble.
Yeah, 10 HP.
10 HP is all that's left, and he's spotted.
Yeah, Lifty does not miss there. Got 7 kills overall. They've just been a monster this entire series so far, able to keep it up. And they even up the rounds again. The trend line it's still going.
It's still going. The narrative. It's always the pistol. Alright, let me see 5 now from
It's
UL,
like poetry,
right?
It rhymes.
3rd verse, same as the 1st and the 2nd. This is the bridge.
Yeah, so they are going to set up here, and it looks like it should be a UL round with this buy that's coming in. Just going to be 1 Sheriff, 1 Spectre. Headhunter on Yafi as well. Igorio not ready for that slow peek on through. The defense is going to be caught unawares, and B. That plant could come through, but sadly the wingman not going to stay alive long enough for it. Kianski Gonna try to finish what his little buddy couldn't.
Spike planted.
Oh, that's a big kill there.
Right there.
Yeah, they're able to clean up nicely. Duba though, with one,
Remaining.
not with another. Just one player here, Charlie Murphy. And he does even have the orbital strike, but this is not the round you want to spend it on. Not enough, you know, safety in this round to be able to pop that high cost ultimate. So give that away, but they still do a nice bit of damage given what they bought. And this is the one where they're able to fight it.
It's just a little bit of the decision making. Just a little decision is different there. They decide to push Heaven heavy with Dubu, right? So they have the double satchel in. But I mean, if they made the decision instead to head into Hobbit, Dodo was just left hacking away at the door to try and get to safety. I mean, they would have been caught completely off guard. So just one little piece would have swayed that round in a completely different direction. And speaking of different direction, we're looking at the A side of the map now. Lifty takes the first blood onto Gliafi, avenging that last round where Gliafi had that belter of a shot. Thrash is going to come in here, clear out the rest of the site, and they should be able to retrieve it as well for this post plant.
Here.
Yeah, the plant is going to come in.
Spike planted.
He is running in to try to get that, but gets 1 for 1 here. Still though. Oh, great positions. Lifty beats out Ruzi there that just as it fades. The lockdown as well to slow it even more. The Thrash is coming back. The orbital strike's coming in. And they're trying to get something here. They're trying to break it down. Kianski going to catch Dodo at the same time. The plant isn't stopped. They can't defuse it. Out of bullets though. Can't do it. So the molly fades, and so does the round. UL bring it back. There's a difficult retake. So many ults thrown into the basket. And in the end, Limerick win it out 2-4.
I can't believe how they invested everything just all in one blast, right? You had they sent the molly up, but then they had the orbital strike and the Thrash at like the same time. I mean, you'd think that they'd save it like one piece at a time to try and catch the taps and just keep the
try to
hold
hinder
on.
for time, but no, they go all out, burn bright, die hard, and they don't even get through the round at the end. This time around, going to keep for C.
Oh my goodness!
Both of them get hit by that shot. One gets through the wall, the other is through the wall, and the teammate, this showstopper, finishes off Dodo, and Agorio's taken out.
James.
TUD working hard.
No way.
And this round is just lost in the space of seconds. Gliafi just making it worse with that one peek. Lifty is all that's left and can't hit the head. Just playing around it, eventually gets it. But they know exactly where he is. And then they start to fumble the bag and give him too many 1v1s. It should be TUD breaking the streak. Op shot missed, but not able to capitalize off it so far. Lifty. Ruzi gets that kill eventually, and TUD get their third on the board. Their first since the pistol in the second.
They're keeping competitive here. UL not getting a train started here. They're not getting the snowball rolling. Only 4 to find before TUD find an answer.
Yeah, and I just want to note, if you look at the scoreboard, the 4 rounds UL have won have all been retakes. They are so heavy on that train of just giving away these sites and playing from the back and taking it. So that has been where it's been working out. Couldn't do it eventually there, but just on that road of retakes here.
It's in the same last map as well, like towards the end, they're just winning out because of the retakes, even when at the numbers disadvantage. So they're just so strong in these scenarios. But now they look like they kind of want to play and to hold the site here. 2 people playing towards backside, but Charlie will take 2 down on the other side before that one happens. Yeah, Nerdy, okay.
It up Nerdy though!
Hold on. Ult is now online as well. And they just want to hit the stop button. Okay, and now Thrash is invested. It's going to find nothing. Does he want to go retrieve it?
Yeah, he actually jumps it at the door there, so maybe he's playing a little bit more of a long comp, but he's not going that way to even recover it, so seems it just wanted to get this rotating as quickly as possible. Lifty, the last line of defense, 3 blades, no hits. and that plant should be able to come through unless the timing gets him. Gliafi
Player standing.
is not going to catch it, actually. It's Charlie that gets the timing, and it's Wingman that
Oh,
gets the
wow.
peak. Nerdy with 4, but Charlie's 4 finishes the round. He would need the ace to catch it off, and he almost gets it. So close in that round, but TUD are able to get the round, get to 4, and tie up the scoreboard.
Yeah, Nerdy is making it very difficult though. It seemed like a pretty good start. I mean, the 2 kills were coming in towards B by Charlie Murphy, not even the right side. And then the 2 people sitting towards site, Nerdy is just getting 3 backside, so much so that it just causes them to rotate away.
You want to play? Let's play.
So definitely not letting themselves get steamrolled at all, despite how good these hits are. But the eco is going to make it difficult, but Gorio's gotten that one in the smoke. And whoa, looking the wrong way for Dodo. It's still unfortunate, and it's noted now for Igorio, and it's taken out. Lifty left in this 1v3, with all of the ults online for the opposing
Spike
side.
planted.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot to try to retake this, but I think if there's anyone on the UL side that's going to do it, this is the man you want on that. This peak, though, is everything.
First,
Gets the
not
info,
found.
but it can't even open it up. They were ready for the refrag, though, playing it together. So even if he got Kianski, it looked like it would have been taken aback straight away by Charlie. So now TUD taking the lead again. Able to get themselves up to 5. This attack has been going so well for them.
I mean, they've been going C a lot, right? The last couple rounds, they just hit C, and it works out because they have such a strong entry with Dubu and Ruzi. The double dive is really helping it out. Well, I mean, they want to go towards A this time though. Different look. And James, does he want to? Okay, he doesn't want to take out the door straight away. Thinking about it. Might try to play a little bit of a surprise play here after all this spam. Yeah.
Yeah, going for the wall bang. Gets one, gets a second as well.
Spike down A.
And deals a little bit of damage to Dubu. But keeps the defense in advantage. And
Oh, no.
James catches off onto Gliafi.
Last player
And
standing.
now it's just Dubu left and barely. Nerdy shoots with the Guardian, hits the mark. And they're not going to go for the op, actually. They're going to stick with what they have and not try to switch up the weaponry.
I mean, they want to stick with the Odin. I mean, the Odin. a little reminder of how paper thin the walls are on this map, right? If you
Yeah.
tap that orb on A, you should be aware of the trouble that can come in from that Odin. And they haven't brought it
Yeah.
out yet, though, so it's understandable how you'd get caught off guard.
Yeah, just the power and penetration it has through these walls is amazing. Once again, going to try to break some ground through C. Lifty taking the fights and sticking around to get the first. And not straying too far away either. Dodo is set up in this position as well, so if they did want to even commit further, there's so much they have to fight up against. But it is going to be B where they try to set up shop.
4v5. Okay, Wingman is going to come in, try to stop the plant initially. It's taken down. Second attempt at the plant to come in. 3 people for this, and the paranoia is beautiful. But the orbital strike in response is just as good, and the kills are even better.
Yeah, Charlie Murphy completely splits up the pushback. And that Molly as well
Player standing.
sticks Dodo in a corner, just Nerdy left. Gets the wallbang with the Guardian. But Ruzi finishes out the kill. They get to 6. TUD for their first time breaking to 6 on the first half of the game. This series, now in the last round, there's very little money in the hands of UL to try to find something here.
Vector is being brought down. Maybe something
Trying to switch up the
else.
air, going for the Odin again. It looks like Dodo. It
And if
looks
goes
like
towards the
one
A side as well. It's going to be really devastating for TUD. They want to be careful when they're tapping that orb.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be having 3 rifles and Odin, and then one person's going to have to go with that stinger to make it work. You've
If you've got
thrashed it
that
well in
opener,
hand.
though, I want to see.
Yeah, James just gets a little bit too eager for the push. And now they're just slowing it down.
2 players still here, though. One is close with that stinger. And they want to split with the thrash. Okay, it's a beautiful way to do it. Showstopper will take down the Goryo, and they will take the site. Now, Kiansky, they do want to try and go retrieve this thrash before any kind of flood can happen.
Spike planted.
Or they're just content to sit back. Interesting. Oh. So there's going to be no
Ruzi.
second thrash to come in here. Ruzi trying to have a go at the CT position. Swing out from Gliaffi. He's going to get taken down by that Odin. Ult to come in as well. It's making it very scary, but do they know about Kiansky's position? Hardly. Taken down. The Lifty's gotten their own. Got to keep it into 2v2. Nerdy's gotten that Gecko diff. Huge kill to guess, and Lifty with the hold on Charlie Murphy. Keeping this half even for both sides.
Yeah, both sides keeping it so close. Back and forth near the end, just no one able to keep ahead above the other. So 6-6 now going into the second half with a clean slate of who's to
Switching
go.
sides.
But I think it is important to note that the defensive options you have, if you're TUD, are very much sparse. They have a chamber and they have a brim, so it's going to be a difficult one to maybe set up anywhere.
Yeah, you don't really
So
have that range that Omen does, right? So like if you're playing towards A as Omen, you can still smoke towards C for your Killjoy or anything like that. But with Brim, you're not really going to have that option. So you're going to have to sit probably a bit more towards B, or just commit onto one site and have the utility on the other to try and take it across. So they want to sit towards B this time, so they can smoke any side of the map. That's the limitation that you have when you're playing this agent, but I mean, it is pretty comfortable for Charlie. Ruzi, looking for this first pick. Oh, and they'll get it. James, fumbling just a little bit.
Ruzi spinning around a little bit there, but still getting the kill. The door's going to open. They want to try to break into B, but that brim smoke is going to slow it up. Dodo goes for a little bit of a check around it, but overall, they are just going to redirect now towards C. They have to stick here with one with the headhunter. Tries to get a second, and they do! Opens it up, Nerdy gets one for themselves, but a triple in the round for Gliaffi. It is just one left, and it's going to be the classic. The headhunter's out, but the classic gets 4.
That third shot was criminal.
The first two,
cannot
the first
believe
one,
that one.
simple. Second one gets nicer. The third one is criminal, and then staying alive long enough for that classic is insane there. So Gliaffi is the one that makes it all work. They get the pistol.
I think TUD have won every pistol. If
Yeah.
my memory is right. I think they
They've
have.
Pistol Kings right here. Dizzy gonna come out. Good. Gonna try to get that going. The Outlaw not going to catch anything so far. The Ultorp gonna get taken. They're still setting towards C here.
Launching smoke.
Nifty breaks
Z
out on the
dash.
site. Yeah, he's
Fair
used it
enough.
up, and now Charlie Murphy is susceptible to get shot. Spectre gonna get one. Outlaw with another. Just a walking no scope. Plant is gonna come in here, and the numbers are going
Ooh.
to start to dwindle here. James though is in such a precarious spot, and Nerdy's stuck in the back of the site here. Gets shot across the side of the head, and Ruzi just 90-degree turns towards the door, gets the kill, and that is going to be an 8th round for TUD here.
What are they getting? They're getting the gun. Oh, they had a bulldog. Okay. Getting up all the weaponry they can. I mean, the double outlaw once again is gonna. It might make it scary for UL. James is thinking twice now. They're like, I need that full armor. Okay, full armor for everybody, so no danger like last map with that outlaw.
Yeah,
They might
going
be
to
getting- Those two are
gonna invest a
close.
little bit.
Yeah.
Charlie's gonna invest up a little bit as well. They're gonna spend their money for that judge. Could be a really good buy here if they keep in this corner and it doesn't get pushed out. Gliaffi though going for a nice little way to peek it round, get the TP. Still, though, it is going to be towards this C area. It's just so simple to get early info with that Dizzy. You just bounce it off the wall, pick it back up. And now, James gets a bit of info. Ruzi doesn't stick around too long. The timing is everything for this. Not going to catch any of those bullets, and Lifty takes out Yaffe.
Oh, you gotta get out, son.
The door. Just absolutely screaming, swinging the knife, trying to not die here. And the Thrash is going to just clear the site, confirm that no one is trying to fight back. And the plant is going to come in.
Spike planted.
Oh, the high position. Just barely. I think they have noted Lifty, but it doesn't matter. This will get taken down anyway. Standing in their own mosh. Lifty's going to take out Ruzi and close out the round. So winning out the bonus clean enough. I mean, two players lost, but it looks like they do have the finances to bring them back. Yeah, they do. Okay, this should be clean enough for them. Still, at the disadvantage though, 7-8. Have to claw back to this lead. And they're going to have to go up against the Charlie Judge. And the AWP? Okay, AWP not yet, actually. Ruzi second guessing himself.
Yeah, not this time. Not going for it once again. The Tour de Force, though, is going to be enough, or at least it should be here.
Most of the action heading over towards C. I mean, James is on this position once again. Just a lot of jump spotting last round and this round as well from the two of them, Ruzi and James. And I think they've noted a little less action towards A, James has, so he's calling the team over. They want to try and see if they can pull the rotations or see if one side of the map was a little more stacked up, and I mean it was. 3 people towards C.
Just Ruzi here solo. They are going to break that door, so...
The solo here.
Make it a little bit more ambiguous, and Ruzi just fumbles the bag. Wingman and Gecko torn between 2 shots and doesn't hit either here. Kianski going to try to catch one, but stuck in the corner and not able to get anything. Dizzy.
Oh, lovely
Want to
shot.
give them a little bit of info and open them up a little bit. There's a dismiss comes in, and Kianski comes out on top. 2 versus 1 now. It's Charlie, the judge. That auto shotgun is going to get one, and Nerdy is the only one left. Wingman going to have to start up that defuse. And the Molly's going to make it even worse right now. Gets it to half at the very least.
Oh,
before getting taken out here. 1 versus 1. Gecko versus Gecko. And Nerdy hitting amazing shots so far this series is going to get another with a triple in the round, and they even it up 8-8.
And Nerdy's been huge for these impact multi-frags. I'll clutch out that round for you. I'll bring it to the tied scoreline now. That's going to force TUD to take some drastic measures. I mean, there's no way Gliafi's going for the AWP while everybody else goes, right? Surely not, especially after they used the Tour de Force last round. I mean, okay, no, it's not.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, they have so much in their pocket for next round. Peeking around, doesn't expect. James gets the kill though.
Oh yeah!
James caught off guard, but now it's going to be C where it's at. The Thrash not quite getting enough vision around. It doesn't have enough bullets to finish it off. That could have been so huge if he's able to take out Lifty straight away.
Frenzy is just not good enough there. It's so unfortunate.
Huge damage! Huge damage! And Dubu cannot finish out that kill, just spamming with the pistol, and they're not able to get anything else after that. It looked like that round could have at least gotten a few kills, but nothing else comes out there other than James dying on the lurk. So UL finally getting back the lead that they lost, I think, in round, I think it's when it was at 5-4. That was the moment they lost it, and they didn't gain it back until now. So trying to keep
the momentum is with them right now as well.
Let's go.
The last 3 rounds in a row. Is that enough?
Ooh, Ruzi though, simple, nice little shot with the dash. Going for the second one, sees the gun but doesn't go for the shot, or doesn't hit the shot. And now just going
What
to
is
slow
Charlie
it
up
down.
to?
Charlie's cooking on top of that box, ready for something. I'm afraid of the man that stands up here.
I mean, understandable. I mean, they haven't really been ending C a lot. They've been putting a lot of presence towards there. Haven't been ending there. They like this A side of the map a lot when they put James there to keep the control. I mean, they've used up all of their smokes now, so you've got no smokes for your retake.
That one
I mean, that's
spot
one of
just
the
getting smoked
disadvantages
out.
for him.
And Gliaffi gets taken. So 4 versus 4. And A is going to be a little bit susceptible here. The two left defenders on it are split. And Dubu is left alone this time round. Does get a kill, but
Spike planted.
not before letting Wingman plant and getting taken himself. So 3 versus 3 now. Ruzi needs to do something here, but all the angles are being held here. Could maybe get one if the timing fits, but James looks like they're ready for this. Playing offside, the shot misses, the Blade Storm comes out and doesn't catch a thing. Lifty taken out, and another one for Kianski! Turns on a dime, takes the Omen, and the defuse comes in 9-9. The orbital strike wasn't even needed.
Sana, sana.
Unbelievable. I mean, especially after you spent all your smokes, right? You couldn't cut off that sight line. And the little chaos that happened with Igorio and Ruzi. And what a flick from Kianski. And they've been quiet the game so far, sitting on the lower end of the scoreboard, but they come up big to tie
Yeah,
the
taking
scoreline back up.
They take out the highest hitter there. They win the 1v1 versus Lifty before taking the second one, and it's just amazing. And what exactly they needed brings it back to the 9-9. They have money in their pocket now. They're able to keep the op, so an opportunity once again, but they need to keep it up here. This time around, UL are not going to start off with they're playing around at C. They're going straight over to the A site, and they're taking it for themselves. Kianski in this great position, going to take one. Going to try to get away, but can't. Wingman is also going to plant here, so the attackers
Spike planted.
are in a great
One
position,
enemy
but
remaining.
Dubu gets a double showstopper kill to finish it off. That plant just goes in, and they get struck down.
Just as UL started getting some momentum, TUD will shut it down right as they thought they had a lead. And now the lead sits tightly with TUD once again, and it's a timeout. Understandable. Tournament lives on the line now. 9-10. Such a close scoreline. They're really going to have to sort out what they want to do here. I mean, the floods out last round has messed them up completely, and the different positioning as well. They've been so content to just walk up and let Wingman plant on the A site. Right? They haven't really been checking it too much. So to put Kianski in that position and then sow enough chaos for Dubu to come out with the showstopper and Ruzi to come out at stairs is different play. They're mixing up how they're playing here. And how much more do they have left in the tank? How many more pages are in the strat book? And how are you all going to pick up the pieces? I mean, 3 ults online if you want to try and take away this round. But what about the macro? They don't really leave it down to very long time to UD. As soon as the retake starts, it starts fairly hot and heavy straight away. Right, so they don't really want to get into, because they want to try and get into positions where they can hold back the defense enough after a post plant. But I mean, you gotta get the site first. Ruzi can play spoilers to this straight away, but really wants this angle. Oh, and it won't get anything for it. So much invested into that one. You're gonna be feeling a little poor to not get anything. And speaking of investing, Dubu and Charlie have gone walkabouts in B. And Gorio's wise to it. But look at how much space Dodo is taking now.
Smoke's down.
Yeah, able to get so much over near A, just for breaking it up towards the main position. Charlie getting smoke in crash, going to just open it up. Getting so much value here on A, just able to clear out everything again. Kianski pops their own Dizzy,
Somebody's there.
but not able to get anything there. Ruzi and him fall, and it's just going to be Gliafi. UL, the timeout does them wonders, and Lifty finishes it off with a second.
It all happens on A again. You have the early presence C, and they end A. Right, it keeps on happening for them. So TUD, they gotta find a way. I mean, before they had the player sitting in tree late round, and it worked out for them. I mean, it did come down to some heroics from Kianski, but Dubu did at least get one in that round. So what are they gonna do for this A adjustment? I mean, they want to keep Ruzi and Gliafi on the C side for the early engagements to try and get an early pick. Put to the test now. Okay, TP is gone. C presence is established and it's drawn Charlie over. But is it just another case of early C and then the end A? Dodo does have this angle on, so anytime now they can just call for the A piece.
Yeah, this crossfire on the C though. Charlie and Ruzi, if they're kept a bit open, it could be great. This Molly looks like it's held up for Charlie. They're gonna just slow it up as much as they can. Lockdown is available as well. And they're going to slowly make their way in. That smoke as well is timed once again. Just able to buffer any kind of push here. That step starts it off. Dizzy makes a noise. Lifty taken, and that spike gets taken out as well. Another one for the trouble, so it's still an advantage. Look at that spike. It's in no man's land now for this attacking side.
Crazy
needs to try to get it
like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Spike
with it looks like they're just going to go for the save as well now with 20 seconds on the clock.
They know though.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I mean, look at this. Kianski's still here. Even if they pop this Omen ult, it's not going to matter. Kianski can play spoiler to this all on their own. They just need this spam. They need that kill. There you go. Kianski's taking it.
Spike down.
Secured the round.
Yeah, no, that Omen ult. Didn't notice that one when I was called the save call, but oh my god, they were able to clutch that out so well, Kianski. Just not over-rotating there. We've called so much about how they've been, you know, C has been pulling and dragging all of their attention so much, but there they just are able to at least mitigate it. They have the two-man there that hold it down with such a good bastion of defense, and Kianski's able to just sit with such patience on A and stay in that position to stop the round going through.
I mean, UL, they're not switching up anything here. Dodo is still going to be sitting towards this A side, and the presence is going to be C once again. Scratching the record. I mean, they have the spike here, though. Oh, great kill from Gliafi to take down the first hit.
You should run.
Take down the spear. And the molly should come... Should come in here. There it is. Okay,
Timing it,
that
though.
could have been scary.
waiting it out a good bit. If they don't
and
time
they're
it,
not even going to get out of the lockdown.
yeah,
because of
no. To both of them as well. Gliafi gets caught by it as well, so...
Oh no,
they're at a
wait a
man
minute.
advantage. They should still get taken out, and that falls straight away.
Planted.
Ruzi peeks by themselves. They have a teammate beside them, but they can't do a thing, and Dubu falls as well.
Monster on the loose.
UL are on track to take another one. Igorio tries for the fight, but doesn't hit the shots.
Remaining.
And it's Dodo now.
Insane.
Gets two for themselves. Kianski and Charlie are none the wiser to him just running around the back of them.
I want their life.
I mean, what happened? What happened with the lockdown? I mean, you have Charlie's just sitting with the molly, debating if they want to use it, and they can't even get out of the lockdown. And Gliafi is still sitting in there. Like, what
I
happened?
like the idea of delaying the molly a little bit, but that is you have no time given how far you have to travel. Even with the stim, he doesn't get there. And then Gliafi,
Careful
the
here.
TP is just not out of the range, so it gets caught by it, gets cooked, and now it is going to have to be a little bit of a gamble, and the gamble is on the wrong side of the map here, as A is a sitting duck. for this UL side to just walk straight on and take the site in hand.
Yeah, of course UL are going to change up their look right when they're one away from map point. One away from that 12. So they're going to switch it up, try and guarantee this one. Bring out something that TUD haven't seen in a while, just the heavy A take. Inglafi's gotten that kill. Flank is on now with the Tour de Force, and they might take out Nerdy here as well. And they've done so. Kianski, Dodo, Igorio, all onto them. 1, 2 is not to be found. Dubu will take it across. 12 now to TUD.
That is insane. How can TUD retake that? There is no ult on the board. The only ult on the board is the op. That is not a position where you should...
Match
Of
point.
the flanking tour de force is what gets a double. Is it absolutely insane? TUD get themselves up to match point, map point, series point, whatever you want to call it. But they're there.
Full buy is in though for UL.
Both sides have to spend absolutely everything into this. Once again, they're on A. It's the exact same setup from both sides. Those steps should be heard though. This instant push.
Yeah, Dubu should note this. And the rotations have already come in. Can't believe UL, they just do the same thing again.
Yeah, the Empress has popped as well, so Dodo is going to try to go for some...
Oh, ships in the
work
night.
here. The timing! And he's not able to take the kill afterwards either. Ruzi caught by it as well. The timing does not fit. And another
Laffy
one for
can't come
Dodo
up
as
clutch this
well.
time.
Enemy remaining.
And it's just got to be one player. It's got to be Dubu. They got the satchel in the air. They got 2 bullets in the head. 1 versus 2 now. The eye, gonna slow them down, gonna give them a little bit, but it's gotta be everything. Empress is still up and they do not get it. There was a chance there if they were lining up, they were setting the stage, but Dodo with 3 in the round
Switching sides.
gets them
Overtime.
over to at least they get them both to the line as we bring it to overtime here, 12-12. And both these
Now you're
teams
at
are
the
gonna have the
dash.
5k to buy up.
You've reached each team has reached the starting line, and now we've reached the 400-meter dash, right? Who's got more fuel? Who's got it to get it over? Reach the finish line now. 2 rounds up is what they need. And the sides are going to be swapped here. UL back on that defense. And TUD back on that attack. Even half it was. When the sides looked like this. So it could be up to anybody here. Yafi is going to go for this B lurk here. Nobody should greet them unless they want to go really deep.
Yeah,
And
this
they've
time
Odin
round
going to
they're
go down
ready.
again. Oh, the spam!
Yeah, the Odin spam doesn't quite hit fully, but the spam through the smoke does. Smoke and a paranoia. Ruzi is going to be caught in it a little bit.
Serious trouble now is Ruzi. James got the kill on Kliafi as well. Ruzi's still getting the kill though, and so is Kianski. Trade is in though. Gorio flashed up, a little bit panicked, and Charlie's gotten that kill. On to Dodo. Plant is still in though. Both players are towards this position. They should know about this now. After Gorio clears out behind him. Smoke's in. Lifty. I can see a little bit of spam here. Could just take him down completely. And they should know that both of them are there now after the Brim used some util.
Last player standing.
One to be taken out. Lifty is barely not getting that. And the Thrash is online now.
Yeah,
Take him down though, but the time keeps ticking. And it should be impossible now.
Remaining.
TUD will take first blood in OT.
Switching sides.
First blood in this overtime. 13-12 now. One more round is all that's needed. This defense needs to be perfect for TUD to try to get it once again. They're on it, and it looks like Liafi is at least thinking, you know, they've opened it up. They're going for the operator, no armor. They're, you know, keeping out this C peak, and it looks like they are going to be up against the 4 UL players. And this time the lurk is going to be set towards James. Oh, the timing though! It looks like they were ready to pull the trigger, but just sleeping at the wheel. They don't catch it. Charlie Murphy alone on C, holding down the fort while they wait, and they get caught by a stray bullet. The shot by Dodo catches the kill, and Dubu's caught as well on the rotate back through the door. UL looking to take it to the second part of overtime.
Spike planted.
And it looks to be fairly set unless they can start to bring more to the table here. Ruzi gets one. Man starts to at least open up space, and Dodo's taken out 3 versus 2 now. Low HP on Kiansky though, as the reload is not finished. Death comes through, and the Odin is up against 3 and a Thrash.
Not gonna catch, but the time keeps ticking down. Should be impossible here for Ruzi. Few of the UL players are diligent enough. Yeah, okay, James will take it out. We go again in OT, and I mean, I can't help but think that is a critical fumble
Switching sides.
from Gliaffi and
Overtime.
Charlie. I mean, you saw the plan was pretty simple, right? They knew the plan as well. They had Charlie sit behind Gliaffi, ready to shoot the Dizzy. You heard the bullets go off. They tried to shoot it. It just didn't happen. I mean, I can't think that they whiffed on the Dizzy. There's no way, right?
No, yeah.
I don't think
have to
so.
hope-
It must
we
have
have
been the timing or something. I mean,
Yeah.
the plan was clear as day. They went
Ruzi.
for it. When we go again now, the brawl is here on the A side of the map. Atypical.
Yeah, Ruzi as on that Odin as well. The defense, no one is on A this time. This time UL have left that one completely open, but 4 players are now going to pinpoint it straight away. The smoke is going to fade, but a new one sits its place. Kiansky taken out by Lifty. Not able to catch it back. And the kills are just going to keep coming in favor of UL here. Lifty with another one, a third on the board, and Dubu, the only one left alive, got one so far, but taken out by James. UL up to 14. Their opportunity to finish it out now. Their first chance
Switching sides.
to win out the game.
Match point.
And they'll go for the full one here. Okay, so what do you do now if you're UL? Do you go back to your tried and true C presence into A hit?
That looks like the setup right now. But there's 2 ops on the board as well. And this time, Gliaffi,
Ándale.
the entire round feels like it's on the shoulders of this, given what happened last time, given how it fumbled. This time, has to hit it, and they do start it off. They take a little bit of shots, but that doesn't matter in the face of the kill.
I mean, James does like jump spotting this or jiggling us to try and take a bit of A information. So Ruzi is trying to punish this here with that op. And it should come in right about. Oh, he's so close. Yeah, there it is. Double up now. UL, they're groaning. Oh, what do you mean they're playing double up on their OT? And now they're set up to, and now they're looking to hit B site with 2 people in here. I mean, Lifty, great combination of utility there. The dash with the Dizzy.
Spike
Caught
planted.
Dubu completely off. Jansky now doesn't know he's about to be tested. Gorio is good to make it even again, but Charlie Murphy is trying to keep TUD's hopes alive here. They need this one if they want to stay alive in this game. Tournament life on the line here. Both players are sitting towards the 7th position. It's a fantastic one-way. And Lifty is brought down just a little bit. It's all on to
they need
Lifty
to-
now. 1v1.
Someone-
Charlie.
Charlie and Lifty! And Lifty,
Attacker
4K in the round, and they get them over the line, 15 to 13. UL win the game out. TUD, they brought them to the line. They brought them every which way around the world, but they can't bring it over. The UL guys have to be singing a sigh of relief right now. Lifty with 34 34 frags. The next closest is 23. He's 11 ahead of the person below him. 2 KD, 34 and 17. No assists. If a bullet hits, he gets the kill. And he gets his team to the semifinals.
Of course, it's a clutch as well. So many clutch moments there from Nerdy, from James in that series. And I mean,
Insanity.
the experience maybe might have been what got him to the end, just eking past to take down TUD in a banger match. 39-39 into an overtime. So UL now will go into the semi-finals, and I think they're going to be against QUB, if my
Oh, yeah.
intel is correct.
Yeah, I believe QUB won out their game 2-0. So against Maynooth Team A. So that will be who UL will be facing in the semifinals. And on the other side, I believe it is still 1-1 between UG Seagulls and DCU Doomers. So that one is going to be quite one, or at the very least, not finished over here. And the two other TUD teams, TUD Azure and TUD Happy Explorer. I think that one's set. It hasn't been set in the bracket, but I believe in the captains have said that it
TUD
was
won it, yeah.
well, TUD wins it no matter what they're playing.
Oh, true. So true.
But
As
TUD
yours
is
wins
your
it.
is your so that they will be facing whoever wins between UG Seagulls and DCU Doomers. But if they can bring half the energy to any of these semifinals or finals that this quarterfinals brought, I am ready for it. I'm ready for the adrenaline, and I am just out of breath and out of just
Yeah, I
energy
need
after
to go to
that.
sleep.
Just
My energy is shot.
adrenaline is just pumping right now, and that was an absolutely insane series. UL took it over, but TUD, you cannot give them enough credit for how well they fought here and how much they wanted it. Charlie had an absolute banger of that last game. Dubu almost able to get it. Everyone had moments, I think, on every team. So
Yeah,
I
actually.
think there was a clutch for everyone, it felt like, at any given moment. So that is absolutely astounding there. So 2-1 goes to UL. Just as a prediction came true.
Just as
I don't
planned.
just as planned. I don't think anyone could have planned that. No matter how good your script writers are, they're not getting that in there. But that is going to be our show for the week. Before I say anything, I'm just going to thank our sponsors. We are powered by Natives, sponsored by Monster Energy, Dogpatch Labs, Raw, and GG Machines. So thank you to them for bringing such a absolute banger of a game. I was going to say a monster, but I felt like that accident would have been too on the nose. But thank you to them, and thank you to anyone who tuned in for what a phenomenal match, I think, is the main thing that you can take away. So thank you from me. And Shmerkin, would you like to say anything for that?
Yeah, Greg, I don't know what it is. Last season as well, when we had UL on for the playoffs, they had a banger game against a TUD Azure. So, I mean, the UL just hit different in the playoffs. Can't wait to see them go further.
Dude, everyone gets, some teams, you know, they can't do anything in playoffs. The nerves hit them. Some teams get the absolute buff of a lifetime when they hit the playoffs, and it seems that UL is what they bring. Lifty, built for the stage, I think is perfectly what can be described. But thank you everyone for watching. Thank you Heltic on production, and we will see you next week with our semi-finals.